Today, we will continue the topic that resonated so strongly about how energetic processes are already cleansing the world of low frequency vibrations. Many of you write, I haven't heard anything new, but the point is this. Often we possess separate fragments of knowledge, but we don't see the big picture. How do you assemble the mosaic when all the elements are familiar but don't fit into a single system? Today, I will offer you some anchor points, not just instructions. Do it like this, but a direction for your own creative search. We are all individuals, and everyone must find their own unique way of applying this knowledge. And a very important clarification, I often notice comments saying, you're suggesting we do nothing and just wait. This is a profound misconception. I call for active steps based on an understanding of the energetic laws of this world. Passivity in an era when old structures are collapsing can lead to you being buried under their rubble. Let's examine the energy flows that exist within every human being. This doesn't depend on whether you believe in them or not, or whether you know about them or not. It's the same as breathing or the functioning of the circulatory system. Two main Reiki flows circulate within our bodies. The descending Reiki flow goes from top to bottom, from the crown along the spinal column through the chakra system. This flow also brings us information that we interpret according to our worldview. The second Reiki flow, the ascending one, rises from the center of the earth upwards. And this flow carries emotional and sensory aspects. It's necessary to understand the difference between feelings and emotions. Feelings are primary, while an emotion is a derivative of feelings. Feelings arise when interacting with information from the surrounding world. For example, a woman sees her spouse hugging a woman she doesn't know. She feels a sense of jealousy, which, combined with the thought that he's cheating on her, turns into the emotion of anger. And then it turns out that she's a relative of the man, and the emotion transforms, although the basic feeling remains unchanged. Now let's look at how these energy flows form energetic structures around us. The descending Reiki flow enters through the crown chakra and exits through the sacral or through the solar plexus. The ascending Reiki flow enters through the first chakra or the root chakra and is released through the ajna area, the third eye, or through vishuddha, the throat chakra. If you wish to restore the integrity of your energy system and shield yourself from external influences, you can close these flows into ring structures. The small cycle, the flow emanating from the third eye, is directed back into that same chakra. The large cycle, the flow emanating from the throat, returns to the throat chakra. It is the same with the descending flows. These cycles, rotating in opposite directions, create an energy field, a protective shell. By mastering this technique, you will become practically invisible on the energy plane and invulnerable. What happens during contact with other people? When we communicate with another person, our energy fields merge, forming a complex system of energy and information exchange. The ascending Reiki flow of one person passes to another through a cross connection. From the third eye to the other person's sacral chakra, from the throat chakra to the solar plexus, and in the opposite direction. That is why it is critically important to choose who you interact with. If you communicate a lot with low-frequency people, part of their disharmonious energy is transferred to you as well. And now, during the period of the planet's frequency rising, this becomes an even more important factor. By the way, many are now starting to experience a high-frequency ringing in their ears. This is not a pathology or a disease. It is a sign of your chakra system opening to receive a more intense flow of high-frequency information. This is a positive symptom that indicates you are already adapting to the new energy conditions. Now let's turn to real stories of people who have gone through transformation in my school, thanks to conscious work with energies. Tamara's story is very inspiring. After experiencing clinical death at 14, she discovered healing abilities within herself. Here is what she shared. After clinical death, I began to feel flows of energy. At first, I didn't understand what was happening, but gradually I realized that a healing power was flowing through me. This discovery completely changed my life. I worked as a school principal, but I had to leave the position due to the misunderstanding of others. Many perceived my abilities as something cult-like, but I couldn't give up my gift and embarked on the path of healing. After special training with me, Tamara was able to measure the growth of her abilities. Her indicators of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience grew significantly. She talks about this unusual experience in the mountains that happened after training at our academy. While high up in the mountains, I was performing a cleansing ritual for a friend, and suddenly an ancient healer began to speak through me. It was an incredible experience. I felt powerful flows of Reiki passing through my entire body. It was there, on Mount Elbrus, that my ability for sound healing opened up, using ancient vibrations to harmonize a person's energy flows. And here is Irina's story, who in less than a month of working in my academy achieved amazing results. In less than a month, my life has changed dramatically. My income grew 100-fold, my husband's business got off the ground, and we finally started building a house. I was promoted to a management position, and I became calmer and more self-confident. The most amazing thing is that I began to see the colors of energy and hear information from subtle planes better. My daughter suddenly changed and began to study hard, wake up and go to bed early, and became more positive. My husband has become gentler and conflicts less. Real miracles. You see, these stories show us that working with energy flows is not just a theory, it's a real tool for transformation available to everyone ready to master it.